back to the drawing. So, I did some rework on it in the background. So, allow me to show you what I mean with the rework part, so that we actually can get to where I want to be with this. So, I had some issues with the drawing itself. The perspective was a little bit odd. Well, off with the whole perspective. So, if you look, for instance, here, the drawing has a perspective of a 3-point. So, it's technically getting from this side and then pulled this way, so technically the viewpoint is over here. But I had to redraw that. So this was what we had beforehand, the sketch, and this was the drawing beforehand. So we had this already, but when you look at it, for instance, it had some issues. Mainly there is an issue on this side. Let's see where. Yeah, there is red. So mainly if I come on, no. I don't want to pull, I don't want to grab, I want to, oh, fuck's sake. I want to create this, yes. No, I have just normal right here. So this bit right here, this bit, it was standing out. So when you make a line from here to there, so if you want to make a line from here to there, you can see that this line right here, it is technically on this bit, right? Yeah, so it's technically on it, but because we're technically aiming to get this one there, we have an issue. So if I would draw, like, you know, grass like here, 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 but over here it would not work. So that's why I actually went for a little bit of a change. So I technically went for this one instead. So with that, we now have a little bit more of a jagged edge. So we technically have an edge over here, an edge over here, and an edge over here. So technically this one and that one right here, so these two are aligned. This is 2 and this is 3. So technically this goes down to that side. So we could technically, you know, make some more buildings, whatever you want to create. We could add that in there whenever you want. You know, you can actually make that happen. Well, this side of course has like an open field which can be used to create whatever you want. So if you want to make a pool and then, you know, fish there, you know, that is a thing you can actually make. So with that said, I'm now aiming to get towards the next bit of it all. So we have now next bit, which is then the sketch that needs to be pulled over here. So now we have this bit. So we're now going to be adding in the effects that we want in that side. So what I want to do now is actually create the doors, create the big giant, well, building billboard that's actually on it. All right. No further ado, let's get started. And yeah. So honestly, this week has been quite well. I have finally had some good news delivered, which was actually quite nice. I'm finally be able to do what I actually wanted to do in the first place. So finally getting a new job. So that's always great. And the most best thing about it all is that, you know, now that I actually finally completed that objective, I can then actually, you know, put my efforts on other things like cooking or getting more things done more quicker. So yeah. Let's see, do I want to do like that? That could actually work, and then, you know, add like a little bit of a window right there. There you go. Now we have actually that part done. And then we're gonna here we have that big opening of a door. So then the question is like, what kind of door do I want? Well, I actually want to just go for glass doors that actually go sideways when you walk in. So technically these doors are like, open from one side to the other side. That means that if we want to do that, we technically need to get a sensor right here with two sensors right there. Don't have to be big, but they need to be there. And then we're gonna be adding in some LED lights. There you go. Nice. Alright, now we have done that. We now actually have what I want here. And we can now move towards the next bit of it all, which is the billboard itself. I'm gonna be doing that on a little bit of a bigger thing. So I actually want to get the billboard. I want to actually add a billboard right here. And then the question is like, how do I want to create this billboard? I actually want to create this billboard like so. So it's gonna be a billboard, but it's gonna be a billboard that actually has like only a small connection point. That's the word for it, right? Probably. There we go. So with that said, we have that, and now we're going to be adding in the things that we want. So first things first, we're going to create a quick group because we want to create that crab, and then afterwards we're going to add the rest to it. Alright. Now with that said, I can actually move this bit and that eye a little bit more further. Like that, but now I need to double check something. Where is it? Where is that one drawn into? There it is. I'm just gonna be opening the save file. Alright, so that is how I drew that's how I drew the crab. Alright, cool. And I will say no. Yeah, like that. So with that said, I actually want to go here, and then I want to add that last bit there. All right. Like that, and then of course add in some more wave effects to it. There you go. And then the question is like, what do I want to add here? Do I want to add like fruit to here, like that? Yeah, like that. Now that looks good. Now I just need to get the next bit done up and running. So now we have that. I don't want to add some sand to it. So let's see if I can add sand to this billboard. That will work. Now we have the billboard, and now we need to make sure that the billboard is. Now we need to make sure that that billboard. Look at that. That billboard is moving. Like that. Yes. So now we actually have a billboard that is actually correctly placed. I need to make sure that that is actually like that, right? Yes, and then I need to make sure that I actually have that into the right line thickness. I said line thickness, not new. Don't auto produce new things, please. Thank you. No, that is gonna be kept there, so this is gonna be separated. All right. this one. There we go. Yes. Let's see. Nice. All right, now we have that done. We now actually have this. That was pretty good. Now I need to get the name done. No longer need that. And now I need to get the name done. I could technically go for this then instead and just keep that like the download. Let's go for this then. How do I get that right? How do I get those? How do I get that right? All right, fine. I'll put a nameplate here. All right, let me just grab then what I need from this. Uh, I probably need something like the this one, and then the food ordering. Smushy with SHA. Yes. All right. It's too low, isn't it? Hmm. There you go. Now let's see if I can get this right. So the question is, do I want to get smushies like that? But then if I want to do that, I need to actually add like, you know, a little bit of a billboard like that. Alright, so now we have done that. That means that we now have this, that, and that on one bit of work. Like that, yep. And now we actually are able to color that up. Sweet. Alright. Now that we are actually having that design done and the entrance done as well, it's time to pick it all apart and see if we can get towards colors that I actually can use. Let's first try to do that on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's first try to do that on this bit right here, that one. Let's see if I can get to where I want to be with this. Alright. First color of the day. And once the first coloring is done, I can then add a second color to it and then hopefully get to the right colorization for us. Alright. Alright, now we have done that, we have done that, we have done that. Now we can actually go back to the coloring. Alright, boop, 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 boop. First, I'll add a color. Alright, and then we're gonna go for a tidbit darker color. Like that. Maybe. That means then this bit is a little bit odd. I know this bit for sure. Alright, so if that is correct, then that should be the one. Nice. So we have that back, we have that back, we have that back, and then I need to make sure that I have this bit. That little darker. And then this bit needs to be also lighter. There we go, and this bit right here as well. There we go, and we have that, we have that, we have that. Now we need to make sure that we have that one fully drawn in. All right. All right. Now we can add a new thing to it, which means we're now gonna add in the glass. looks good though. I'm gonna add it here as well. Alright. There we go, and this bit as well. Alright. Darker color first. Alright, then we're going to be adding in some rocks. That looks good. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Yeah. I'm seeing too much afterwards. Ugh. I hope I saved it properly without crashing it. You did. Good. Yeah, let's save it like this then. Fuck it. And save the background. Screw it. Alright, it's saved the background. It saved the glasses, at least. But yeah, I will leave it here for now. Getting a little bit tired, and I need to make sure that I am actually going to the gym tonight. So need to grab some bits here and there. But yeah, so far so good. And yeah, tomorrow it will probably already be finished, mainly because I will probably push this forward a little bit here by there. Mainly because I actually want to see if how the result is for the background at least. So yeah, I hope you all return for now, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, I wish you a lovely day, and bye!